Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here on YOUCANIC we got a Toyota Camry, and on this Toyota Camry we're going to go over how you would fix components inside your door. This is the driver's door. We're just going to open it, and also going to go over how we replace your switches here. It's one switch here, and then it's a second switch, and this one's pretty easy. If you're going to be doing anything else on the door, and we'll discuss this even more, but I have raised the window just high enough that we can be able to access the screw holes there. But we'll let you know, because once you pop this off, then otherwise you got to put it back on. You got to rehook the battery up. So because we're going to play with some electrics and we're going to be taking some other portions apart in here, it's highly recommended you would disconnect the battery, because if you bump the wrong things you could set off the airbags, right? So to start with, we'll go over how you replace this switch. So these switches right here, these are the buttons that you would hit to raise and lower the window. The door locks, and you lock the window so the children can't roll down the window on the back. And then this is a separate thing up here, but this is for the controlling of the mirrors, your left and right, to be able to move your mirrors. All right. So to start with, all we need to do is we need to pop this up. There's nothing to it except to get your non-marring tool in there and kind of pop it up, pop the clips, and this is how it pops up. And then you've got an electrical connector on the front here, and that, like I said, that goes to that first module. Just squeeze the clip and pop it open. Now this back one is a little bit tougher, but just push that clip in and pull it back, and it releases it. So that's this module has been removed. And now to go ahead and take these components off. If you gotta just replace the front one because your mirrors aren't working and you know it's this because you've done some other diagnostic, all you gotta do here is you just gotta rock this a little bit and it'll pop right out. And then you would take your new one and just go in the reverse fashion and pop it back in. Now to replace this one, this whole switch button, you just gotta remove these 3 screws with the Phillips screwdriver. Alright, now with those 3 screws removed, this thing will just pull right out, and then you replace this as one full unit. A lot of times it's the switch you use the most, the rockers in here and the little tab here, it would be that this would be sitting flat. You don't want to have the spring in it, or they sometimes pop off because they've just been worn out. So you just buy this whole unit, and you take your new one and you just slip it on back in, and you see how you got the little tabs. You got to kind of set it and then slide it forward, and then you do that, and then you go ahead and put your 3 screws back in, tighten them up. Alright, so that's all tightened up. Now you're going to go ahead and take it, hook your electrics back up. I would start with this back one. This back one's a little bit of a pain, where you've got to slip it in and then slide this module forward, and it gets a full lock because it's got a little tab that connects onto here. Oh, perfect. Push it in, lock it in, and then lock your front one in, and then you just push it down like that, snap it in place, and that's how you replace the switch module in your door. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.